We've come together as a community, try to get past these things. You know, a tragedy has happened, but life's going to go on and things will get better.
In the wake of one of the most horrific actions Charleston's ever seen, some of the most profound words that we've heard poured out 24 hours later on a college ball field from a teen who quickly had to become a man, about a mom who loved fervently, a message that radiated a city. When you look at a freeze frame of the moment, you realize the depth of perspective blanketing Chris Singleton on that night.
I'm not sure I could have handled the situation like he did. I know I could, you know what I mean? And because it wasn't even my mom. And I was distraught. We sat in that hotel across from the church all night the night before and cried all night long. Like by the time it got to that day, we hadn't been to sleep yet.
Richard Alston, always by Chris's side in the years since, best men in each other's weddings, since childhood neighbors, and Goose Creek Gators.
I was angry.
At the same time, 20 miles up the road 10 years ago,
I remember me and my dad being upstairs playing like video games, and he gets a phone call saying something's happened in downtown Charleston, and he told him what was going on. Then him going to that hotel where they all were sent, and then watching you, me and my mom were watching you on the news that night, trying to figure out what's going on.
Little did 10-year-old Hayden Lake know a day later he'd be standing between his dad, CSU head coach Stuart Lake, and his favorite player, his baseball idol from the same hometown.
I probably didn't realize how big it was till we moved up here, and telling people like teachers and people I knew up here about it, and them saying how they remember it.
Stuart Lake, more than a coach to his guys, a conduit between them and the real world, in baseball and in tragedy.
And he called me and said, hey, I don't think I want to do this. And I said, okay. And then he called me back within 30 minutes and he goes, hey, I really would like to talk. Who can I talk to? I really need some things to say. And that's when I called you.
Wheels in motion, reporters racing to CSU, teammates darting to exit 205 to be by his side.
Putting Chris in front of this camera, these media members, is this going to be, is this appropriate? And then the way that he came out and spoke, it was awesome.
And at that moment, I thought it was very regional. I thought it was just us, speaking within our state. And I didn't realize this thing was going to become national and global.
Love is always stronger than hate. So if we just love the way my mom would, then the hate won't be anywhere close to what love is.
Those words reverberate now as loud as then.
That got the city to gravitate to each other, man. And like you said before, man, it would have been riots everywhere, looting and all this stuff, man. It would have been bad. It would have been selfish for everybody else to do something like that when he's the one of the true victims, and he can sit here and say, I can forgive.
Chris was dealing with the highest level of adversity and handling it in a way that was just so Jesus-like. I mean, it was a calm that he was bringing to us as the adults who were there to calm him.
Stewart's idea and legwork paired with others' generosity in the years since, assuring those words and that proud baseball mom always in the forefront in the most apropos place.
I know what happened there. I know that the speech happened right there, and I want that to be a part of Charleston, North Charleston, that whole area, to just realize something really, really important happened in this spot. And to now see Miss Sharonda's name and to see that plaza, I'm proud every time I go by it.
And hard to imagine she wouldn't be proud of the husband, the father to three, the public figure, the national speaker Chris has become, all sprouting from the soil a decade ago in the unlikeliest of places.
Spreading love indeed.
Yeah, I mean, that shot right there, I think, was from Fargo, North Dakota. Wow. It just shows how much of an impact he has to everyone he speaks to in the past 10 years.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.